definitely will help out, create some structure for the Kindred Milio here to be a real power carry. And then awareness to know in the stacked wave, they see this coming, they preemptively ward, and they try and stay under turret, they try and rush their level 2s, they do get them.
C9's ready to make the dive here. Unforgiving gonna take the damage. Sven trying to flash away. First blood, back over to Blabber. Ayla wants to try to get one back.
Good job of trying to focus down Sven a little bit. He almost dies to that. The fact that that gets stopped is probably why there was no cleanup kill, because you could have double E dash. Hold on!
Hold on, boys! EG's making a play. They're trying to find the mid lane dive. They'll get it, but Blabber farming up the chickens nearby was in the immediate response, as he knows what K'Sante can do if you're too close to the turret. It costs the Dominus, but now C9 looking for the dive. Here in the bottom lane, they find a lot of burst on the Unforgiven. They'll get him first. Ayla's now down below 100. C9 juggling the aggro beautifully again. Armeo also pops. Blabber gets traded for it, but it's a 3-for-1 here in the bottom.
Going absolutely nuclear.
Yeah, the game plan from Cloud9 playing out so well here, with all the focus down towards their Milio Ashe lane, having Blabber repeatedly clear to that area, and M&S a full chase.
M&S coming in, waits the charm. Forces the flash out of JoJo, chases after with the Orb Deception for the kill. M&S finds himself his first kill of the game. And Armeo is a level 5 Sejuani, and M&S has his team. It's a double kill for the mid laner, and he tosses a charm back over to Revenge to top it all off. Fudge is ready to go all out. Revenge wants to go all in. He picks one up, but he still gets traded back, and M&S lives for the piercing
One cleanup kill, but it costs him everything in the... Oh, we don't have time to talk about it.
JoJo's bottom lane trying to pick up the kill on Berserker here, but he might just drop first. Berserker puts an arrow in his heart, and Ayla's just a lonely Janna trying to survive in a mean, mean world. It's mean as hell. Double kill for Berserker.
Things Ashe can do, and I think maybe that's what some of the other Ashes haven't done historically.
Oh, another nice charm coming out from M&S. Blabber's right there, ready to follow it up, and C9, Ayla, they don't drop anybody else here in the bottom lane, but C9 tried hard. Blabber, meanwhile, takes the Drake. 1 and 6. They have not been able to find that mid-jungle duo success in this game, and it's been Blabber and M&S running the show, as Armeo is forced back.
Wani or Varus ultimates picking someone off, but when you have a Milio ultimate denial ready, and we get another combo, this Crocodile's toast.
Yeah, Revenge is gonna try to fight it out. He'll heal up a little bit thanks to Coldamik and the Gore Drinker, but he still drops. Blabber, not afraid to take a 1v2. He knows he's got backup coming. Sven makes his way up to give the cozy campfire buff again.
What?
Hard CC setup.
Okay.
If you land the Q, you have it on
Yes.
Yeah.
And just pointed him out as a singularity, and showing up this time around, really as a team though for Cloud9 as they get another pick.
Unforgiven locked up with the charm into the Everfrost. Blabber gets the killing spree there for free. Cozy Campfire giving him that extra range. They're going to keep on chasing. Revenge is the target. Berserker and Blabber do so much damage together. He's already down. The charm going over the wall, looking to intercept the blast cone, but Armeo can't even make it. He'll get chopped to pieces. Blabber taking another kill.
Pretty effortless here. I wonder if you can even get a objective bounty shutdown, because ideally for Evil Genius, mechanics on display, Mark.
All right, let's look at this massive gold swing back in EG's favor. 800. Never mind, they're also losing their bot side at the same time, Kobe. They overloaded to get that objective bounty, but the Rift Herald was still in the back pocket of Cloud9. They're going to break an inhibitor turret before 20 minutes.
Yeah, Revenge might still be pushing that tier 2 in the top lane, but Cloud9 has already broken into the base of EG on the bottom side. JoJo nearly killed, gets away, but just barely. Fudge keeping it going, goes all out, finds one, finds a knockup onto 2. It's K'Sante, and he ain't taking any sort of answer other than hell yeah. C9 going straight for the base, and they're gonna look for even more kills to pad those stats. Revenge only lives because of the Lamb's respite, but I don't think he's gonna find a whole lot once it expires. 18-3, 19-3.
Because Cloud9, like you said, kind of putting that debate to bed with how dominant they are over EG right now, even though they'll be tied
to arrive as Blabber finds Revenge off to the side. Revenge does not want anything to do with this fight. M&S not going to hit the charm on Unforgiven, but Fudge is ready to find him anyway. One more hit from the Intofo strikes, finds a killing spree for the C9 top laner. Flash in for the knockback. Revenge wants to go into the back line. He finds Berserker, but he won't get the kill. They're just too far behind. Blabber is godlike, and he's not going to stop the chase. C9 continues in the control in this game from start to finish. M&S, Blabber, and Sven. Nope, they're all just looking for that Sejuani. Easy follow-up there. They're going to secure the Baron. M&S might even be able to find another kill here. Sven coming up. ready to buff him there. It is Orb of Deception. Second half of the damage goes through.
Another
nice predict
charm.
on the charm there into the Ultra Mega Fire Kick just for a little bit more disrespect. C9 gets the Baron. They don't even need to reset. They're looking to push down top lane.
Here comes the pain train, all right.
EG backing away. They want to fight when our Mayo is back alive, but C9 is going to knock down the inhib before that even happens. All right, Revenge pops the Dominus for the early Fury generation. Now he's coming around from the side. Blabber's taken low, but not low enough to burst him down before lands Respite. Now he's going to heal. Remember, Revenge already used the flash in the previous fight. They stun up Fudge, but that don't matter. That's not the guy you need. He stays on the front line, forcing back Revenge and JoJo. C9 knows that Blabber is low, but the rest of the players are ready to fight. Berserker is godlike, and Blabber's just putting the damage on the mid lane turret. He's still doing work. He's just working at a different job. It's C9 pushing all the way into the Nexus. Fudge leading the charge, Unforgiven in the dirt once more. Eminez goes on a rampage, and C9 goes wild. They'll take down EG.
Cloud9 stumble yesterday.
That we had plenty of top lane focus in the second half of the ban phase. They're gonna lock that one in for Summit. But when you didn't focus any of those K'Sante specific counter picks, things like
Pick, knowing that who he wants to keep going for those engages. Vi is going to take a long route here into the blue buff while River is going to pass through mid. So they blow the flash on Harry.
Yep, Gory with a follow-up flash, River with a follow-up flash into the Spectral Maw, the stun stack, and Harry falls its first blood.
This is right after Harry just got back from base, so Gory's immediately going to retake push on this wave.
Gory's got his cooldown back up on the Tivers.
Watch Varus ult.
River coming in, but he ain't gonna find anything. Gory with a flash engage. Yawn having a flash away, but now a lot of damage on the Pioshik. Instead, the Magnet Storm counterattack comes out, and the Golden Guardians are in some trouble. Orb of Deception finds the first kill. Pioshik drops. It'll be a 1-for-1 there so far, as River kills off Pioshik, and now looks to see if there's anything else to find. Stixxay, Moonlight Vigil over the wall. It targets Yawn, but not enough to grab the damage. Summit's joined the fight, and he's looking for River and Gory both, but now Licorice the Tibbers, and if you're Harry, you know what that means. He's about to cast Tibbers, but Pioshik ready to come in instead. They engage with a Vi ulti into the Ahri charm. A little bit more damage, follows through with a Spirit Rush. And he just wanted to see
the real prize.
He just wanted to see how slow Pioshik took it, because he knows he takes him faster. Meanwhile, now they're looking for the play. Harry is in a rough spot. He already used the ulti back in mid. However, poor JJ turns it around. Team Liquid baits him and outsmarts him.
Your Renata looking pretty good, Raz. The Renata looking pretty good. Saves Harry. He's got a 300 gold bounty as well.
Unique interaction. Most other champions are not just going to be able to save the guy like that from what should be a sure thing. You don't want to give it away for free. Licorice and Stixxay are not grouped up with the rest of Golden Guardians. Meanwhile, Harry taking a little bit of damage over the wall here. Nice use of the Everfrost to lock down River. They want to make this fight happen. They go all out. A little bit more damage is going to finish off the enemy jungler, but now Harry's going to be picked off instead. Stixxay grabbing the kill, and River stays alive. Now they're going to turn it right back on Pioshik. Team Liquid is washed away, and the Golden Guardians just flushed them.
That was so nasty from Golden Guardians. Team Liquid, they got dizzy. They didn't even know where they were. They made the call here, poking around at Harry, and you think, okay, so I guess the call here is have Harry and Summit keep River out while we burn down the rest of this dragon.
Thoroughly in the driver's seat.
And River is the big kid on the playground.
Gory, though, might be in a little bit of trouble here. There's that Vi-Ahri Wombo combo, but Gory can walk it off, and River comes over the wall with a Heartbreaker playmaker. Let's see if they can get what they need here onto Harry and Pioshik. Harry with a flash back out. Summit's ready to join. Pathmaker to lead the way, all out to keep it going. But now who he's ready for the counter engage. Magnet Storm won't do it, and Yawn picks up the kill. It's a 1-for-0 from Team Liquid, but Licorice is still seeing if there's anything else to find. He won't be able to catch up just yet. Tries to keep closing the gap. There is no turn. A couple of different places here. You can see top lane, the Jack Show completed for Licorice's Poppy. Meanwhile, in the AD carry position, Yawn having that Nashor's Tooth for a little bit more of the DPS.
Is here. Pioshik's been waiting in the brush for such a long time.
Oh, there it is, the flash Vault Breaker. Gory's gonna try to get out, but no, sir. They layer the CC correctly this time, and TL finds their man. Now Licorice wants to swoop in to try to get some sort of a counterplay. He slams the enemy mid laner back into the wall, but he's still 1v3. River and Stixxay nearby, but not in range to help. So TL's gonna get in, get out, and get it done.
Patience pays off. Just keep camping brush with Vi-Ahri. They find a pickup. Another one with the Varus ult.
Oh, man, the chains of corruption in the handshake. Get over here! Yawn gets the kill. Who he dropped. And now Team Liquid has a 5v3 for the next 15 seconds. They're on to the Baron.
Okay, the only thing Golden Guardians have to work around now is the Renata ultimate. At least the big pick potential isn't there. Charm does miss, maybe go.
All right, they knocked Summit out. That's huge. That's the frontliner. Now they're ready to go in. There comes the hostile takeover. It hits River, but he disengages with a Heartbreaker. Golden Guardians' plan here was to stop the Baron, and they've done that. They're going to commit a TP. They throw out the Moonlight Vigil, but it's not going to get much. River after Summit now, who went all out as an escape mechanism. He will get out. Smite available for both of the junglers here, but the Baron is already pretty low, down to about 3K. Golden Guardians stopping the DPS, turning back onto Harry instead. Spectral Maul's not going to find him. Core JJ might just be killed first. Licorice goes over as the Baron is taken by the Golden Guardians. They've already killed off Core JJ. They're about to find a second on Pioshik. Golden Guardians absolutely rock the fight.
Beautiful job playing around cooldowns for the Golden Guardians. And Kazante.
They aren't done just yet. Summit gonna get dived on by 3. They've got the damage of River and Licorice here. It's not quite enough to bring him down just yet. Heartbreaker doesn't find a target, and that means Summit and Harry both stay alive. Nice counterattack! Summit grabs a kill on the enemy support as River and Licorice have to retreat. Stixay and Gory ready to join up here. Long range Q from the Aphelios, but Summit will not fall.
Yeah, he's back to a tank now. The hunt is done.
Fight for this. Both teams already at 2 Drakes. Chains of Corruption fly out, but they ain't gonna find anything. Pioshik goes in, looking for Stixay there in the back line as Gory keeps Core JJ away. Pioshik and Harry find the kill on a Stixay, but it's already gonna be traded back to the enemy jungler. River is unstoppable. Summit is isolated behind enemy lines. He might be Kazante, but he ain't invincible. Gory.
A single mistake, if someone else that wasn't Poppy basically pressured and was walked in to...
Off of the Baron stop into Baron take themselves. Now, they've got the stand-up fight and a Pioshik right in front of them.
Oh, no, dude. Pioshik wanted a vault break away, but then Poppy just breaks his...
So I'm trying to find an angle, and it feels like there is none.
They could get a pick, maybe.
They're looking for it now, but the Golden Guardians have already found the back line. Yon tries to flash away to stay alive. Meanwhile, Pioshik and Harry looking for the kill on Stixay, who kites him out of the turret. Shut down over to Licorice. Stixay outplays in the 1v2. Summit now isolated. River is dominating. Kazante is gone, and Pioshik's about to be mopped up next. He tries to get out. He's going to walk away. He escapes Stixay, but now Core JJ stuck in supportal combat against Huhi. He's just going to get poked at that damn thing. Poke, poke. Supportal combat! Oh, and then he flashes over the wall once the crash down goes.
Baron's helping!
Are pushing for the end of the game. Core JJ falls thanks to Huhi and Baron, and Golden Guardians are on the victory march. Pioshik might have escaped the slaughter at the battle, but he'll die right after. It's an ace for Gory. It's a team fight and game win for the Golden Guardians, and they'll take down TL.
And another 2v1 for Stixay. I told you, man, Stixay's Aphelios is hot right. Oh, they're gonna get the Syndra in mid lane instead. I still think it's gonna be painful to deal with Alawi. It's so good at split pushing.
They're not even in the neighborhood. Makes it very easy for Dignitas to secure that one for themselves.
All right, you love to see it.
They're only 1 off. Contracts coming in looking for the angle here on Palafox. On to Jensen. Mind you, Palafox just barely not having the damage to secure the kill. Meanwhile, back in the river now, Tomo's in some trouble. Goes up into the air, the feathers fly, but Tomo won't die. Trying to continue kiting this one out. A little bit more lockdown from FBI, but a nice grand entrance from Diamond again, trying to get Dignitas away, but his first blood back over to Palafox. Jensen drops. Santorin has to try to run, but Diamond's gonna be the target next. A double kill back over to Syndra. Dignitas just get brown boots at least, along with that null magic mantle, little extra CC resistance on Merc tries. And you're talking about CC resistance. Palafox wishes that and all of a sudden one of the questions is in a different language, and nobody knows what to do about this. Nobody knows how this works, and so Rich is just in a place where he's slamming turrets, running the 1v1.
Yeah.
What you want to look for. Jensen gets stunned up by his scat of the week.
Lowie's joining.
Oh boy. Rich is ready to participate here in the team fight. Jensen still has his flash. Let's see if he can get away. Shockwave, nicely done there. And a leap of faith summons the tentacles. Ignar wants to get away, but they've got the quickness, and Jensen's got another kill. Dignitas keeps that chase alive as FBI has to kite back. A little bit of long-range damage over here on a Diamond, but again, it's Rich using the test of spirit, pulling the ghosts out of these.
Luckily, in real life, not going to happen. Don't worry, Flowers. Tentacles are going to pop out anywhere.
Advantage in bottom 2. FBI and Ignar coming down here to help Palafox force down this tier 1 turret. Rich is defending, but it's an Alawi by herself. Can she make this work? Tries to get out of range, but no. FBI picks up the kill. Ignar barely.
Ensure that they get it in time before they get collapsed upon.
Oh, yeah. Insta slam. Take that turret down. Bonus money because it's the tier 2 and they're worth so much more. Energy
Now mid lane under assault, though, and Energy bringing 5. Trying to
Oh, nice engage coming out there from Diamond to lock down multiple targets. Ignar's already dead. Jensen will drop in return, making it a 1-for-1. Rich is here on the front line. Dokla is low. Pathmaker to go unstoppable and continue the disengage. But Santorin's looking for the Arctic Assault on contract.
So, being done for Palafox on Syndra is huge.
A lot of damage, yeah.
Rich under attack.
Dokla goes all out. Rich could be in trouble here. He's chain CC'd, but he gets a kill back anyway. That's Alawi, man. 1-for-1. Top laners are both out of the picture.
Yep, that's what we say, Flowers. Game plan, fight anyone on your screen. Goes down fighting. Rich is good for 1, even with all of Energy going for him, and they fully invest in trying to kill the Alawi. It's a 1-for-1 plus a tower for Dignitas.
Exactly. That's the benefit they gain, is the extra objective off the back of it. Nice engage coming out. They lock down the enemy carry, and Jensen pops them. Contracts goes out next. It's 2 for free over to Dig, and they'll win themselves the 3rd drink of the game as the prize.
Sniped there. Nicely done. Diamond and Santorin getting their engages for Dignitas. Stacking up.
Yeah, there's no way that that's going to happen. That Baron is secured. 23 minutes into the last whisper into the Lord Dominic's regards next. Love this. Think it's the right choice. You're going to have to get through both Dokla and Sion having the extra tank ability, even on the low econ roll in the jungle. Contracts going after Rich. Decimating Smash ain't even going to hit him. Rich just walks away from it and has completed treads. But the base, everybody's going after Alawi. That's not an objective. This turret's an objective, and this turret is objectively dead. Dignitas, they're just walking into the enemy base. Okay, TY, question mark ping, whatever it matters. It has been awesome.
Tank jungle trade, Flowers. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, you love to see it. Well, not particularly if you're Energy, because they're going to need to find a whole lot more. Rich, taken low, taken out. Nicely done from Energy there. Bursting down the Alawi before he's able to use the ulti and get that drain tanking online. Now, different way to enter into this river, but it's just not going to happen. Dignitas secure the soul for free.
Well, careless. The minions on bottom side will get that advantage for them, and Contracts just goes. They force.
Contracts wants Tomo, but Tomo with an easy sidestep just gets himself back away. Now Ignar finds a pull, but it's only on to Rich. Dignitas continuing their chase here. A little bit more CC on Contracts, but again, the Scion's tanky, not tanky enough. Tomo with the armor pen slices and dices right through him as FBI has to escape the Blade Caller, and Palafox will be killed instead. A double kill back over to Tomo as Energy are now down 2 men. Dokla trying to get away from this. The test of spirit just absolutely melting through his health bar as Rich, Diamond, and Santorin continue their chase. Dokla with the Intofo strikes, knocking Rich around a little bit, but it won't matter a whole lot. Minion wave crashing into the Nexus turrets. FBI's gonna have a miracle here, but I don't know if they believe in miracles on Energy's side right now. FBI kiting back a little bit. The tentacles still trying to slam into the ground, create enough space. Santorin wanted to disengage. Dokla goes in, FBI finds the kill. Dignitas, they have to re-kill the inhibitor here in the bottom lane. It respawns at an unfortunate time if you're Digi. The Baron's burning low, but Dignitas are in the enemy base. Nexus turret number 2. It's going to be focused down. Dokla's trying to buy him some time. Dignitas are now stuck in a 4v5 in the enemy base. They're in a 3v5. Rich trying to fight 1v5. They tear him down. Jensen's on the run. Diamond's on the run.
First. Go say hello to that daddy dragon.
Oh, Ignar wanted to make a play, but instead the engage coming in from Dignitas. Palafox is already found. Ignar's gone too. Dig found their moment, but can they finish the fight? Tomo is free firing, and he finds Contracts too. Dokla cannot get away. FBI cannot get away. There's no hope left for Energy, and Dignitas get a clean ace to end the game.
GG! Dignitas find them 4-person split away from Dokla. They take care of business quickly.
Nicely done from Dignitas there. They had to be a little nervous going into that one because the game all of a sudden was so close, but they'll do what they came to do. They'll go to a 5-4 record.
So, like, there's no way that's productive. And I want you to share as well, because we had to deal with COVID. Like, it's so hard to do reviews like that.
There's 5 people bot, and you can't really do anything about it.
Oh, the return hook onto Busio means I guess both summoners to get away. 3 members down, and the bot side puts the pressure onto 100 Thieves, but they survive. 3 summoners utilized as far. Wild Turtle trying to heal up and sidestep the action from Doublelift. Closer was there to follow up if needed, but TSM does manage to retreat.
Yeah, we'll have to see the replay. I think they might have been able to get that kill if Boogie would have landed his Viego stun onto Busio. The health would have been close, but there's first blood.
By 100 Thieves here just below 7 minutes to begin that stacking and really
No one
build.
just fight. For example, on this wave, like they have to be really scared.
Grabs the root. Chime tried to respond with a hook of his own, but had to flash out. Nature's Grasp grabs him. The saplings and more rains enough damage down.
We play these tanks as well, you know. I just know from playing him a lot, like he's really good at carries, right? But you have to kind of go to the role in the team.
On this dragon, the Rift Herald will be dropped mid from TSM to claim some plates before they fall in just under a couple
That
minutes.
much. I kind of feel like if TSM couldn't fight on Haunter's like Gore Drinker Spike, then they're not taking advantage, but they might try here.
They might look
double
for it.
TP.
Hunter just
There's the
coupled
hook.
in and coming up with a follow-up. Closer in the center of it all does find himself in some trouble. Threw out the ultimate right at the tail end, but it couldn't save his life. Ruby takes it, and that Rift Herald being dropped across mid, a classic play when a dragon is on the rise. So TSM should be able to finish this off. Thieves waiting and lurking to collapse upon TSM. Ruby getting the brunt of Quid's shock blast, flashes over the wall, stunned up. Wild Turtle following up with a killer instinct, and Boogie is here to slay away. Some good Void Seekers coming in from Wild Turtle as well. But even as TSM collapse upon one, the rest of 100 Thieves are ready to follow. Chime hooking in closer. Boogie gets knocked back. An attempt with a handshake from Busio, but 100 Thieves create some space between them and TSM.
Man, what a sequence right there. We did call that they were going to drop the Rift Herald mid and try and move there. Quid thought he had the flank, but just got a little bit too close to the Renekton. And I don't know if 100 Thieves is willing to completely give this up, but it is a 5v4.
Oh yeah, I think you have to give this one up. I mean, maybe you can...
I think they do too, but they're trying.
Yeah, because Doublelift has ult.
Oh, yeah, closer over the wall in the back brush, standing by the dragon, and even a teleport coming in from 100 Thieves. They want to try and take this, and Ruby takes closer down. No jungler here for 100, so they got to back off of it. Some security from...
With hindsight, absolutely no reason they would be there, but as a vocal lady carry who's up 2,000, they have to sit in front.
Exactly, yeah.
Sacrificing some joy for the hope of the team. 100 Thieves, 50%. 100 Thieves looking for when they need to make the turn. An attempt by Quid to get a blast onto Ruby, but doesn't find it. Closer roots 2 with the ultimate, secures the Baron. 100 Thieves coming out on top, and this one, does TSM want to make anything of the fight? An attempt to do so. Ruby gets rooted on the entry, but Doublelift taken out of it. Quid picking up Ruby as well, but Hansa right in the back line, still a bit low, but Someday finding the fight with Wild Turtle, who finds his way onto the opposite side of the pit, along downtown. Void Seeker, pick up from Chime through the wall, and Someday is down. Boogie comes out of stasis, tries to flash away, but cannot keep his life in his own grasp. Follow up from 100 Thieves. There's only so many wearing purple, but they still keep 3, trading 2 for 3 lives on the opposite side.
We've got a banger game.
Yep.
So the fact that TSM had shadowed a little bit towards Drake and overtaken mid-prio gave 100 Thieves just enough of a window, and they're picking up a lot of kills on the back end.
Okay, Chime wanted to...
Shot Doublelift, get his CS bounty, or kill bounty. The rest of the fight goes pretty well. Baron for Dragon Trade, and then you're dealing 2 dragons to 2 with the Baron buff, but now being on Soul Point.
They did.
Yeah.
Because of that, suddenly 100 Thieves have more breathing room, because else it'd be still really, really scared to do these kind of things.
Cast, and it's just the slow...
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're killing them again. It's like, great. This is great.
But no, we did get a decent amount of back and forth, and I mean, 100 Thieves and TSM both mostly residing on this bot side. No vision in the jungle for 100 Thieves, so seeing where TSM decide to collapse upon them, the downtown ultimate from Closer might grab some, but Hanser was rooted and blown up before it even reaches him, so 100 Thieves picking up 1 on the enemy solo laner. Have to be wary of Ruby looking for an angle, has the stun at the ready, has Tibbers 2, and Boogie has fallen low. Quid trying to burst him down. Oh, the success of Quid.
Opportunity to actually fight, and then once they'd lost Hanser, 100 Thieves could pretty much just pick their target and go for another kill.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like...
Maybe they can get Quid or Doublelift. Without that, I think it's a tough fight.
Doublelift is that dragon, actually.
Oh, that's... Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Up and up, going on in. Boogie marked low. Still some distance between the majority of 100 Thieves.
TSM doesn't know double lift isn't here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would be going in.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that is
Nice play. I
That's
mean,
nice, but that's one hell of a flip.
But you can see there's no TSM are here.
all right.
And then here's 2 eyes for Smiley. As Chime, oh no, Chime's in some trouble. TSM, now it's so hard to see the fight. I'm putting it on hard mode for the play-by-play. TSM still in the crosshairs of 100 Thieves. Thank you, Jed. That's a good caster. Go caster right there. Uh-oh, Hanser marked low once again. 100 Thieves collapsing upon him. A root is granted onto Boogie, meaning no jungler in the vicinity for TSM, and 100 Thieves are taking him down one by one. Closer separate onto Ruby, has the teleport in from 100 Thieves to be able to continue onto this approach. Ain't no Tibber's gonna help you right now. A bear hug cannot keep 100 Thieves at bay.
There's a chance they try and push to win here. They might not need the Baron. They've killed pretty much anyone who has meaningful wave clear, so 100 Thieves might be going for the end here.
Already hitting onto the inhibitor.
Yeah, hopefully they can do it better than Dignitas has. Let's hope this is a clean one.
I guess we're about to find out, making sure to knock one turret down to half, eliminating Hanser upon entry. The damage is just too good from Double Lift, and 100 Thieves bookending week 3, taking down Chime as one last consolation prize, a win for 100.
Nice.
Support Ayla, but they are on the win streak train at the moment. He's on Alistair. This is historically one of his best champions. A middle of the pack schedule so far from FlyQuest. This definitely on paper their easiest match for the week. This dragon fight could be big.
And Vulcan gets charmed, knocked up. Vikla comes over the wall to try and get the damage down. First blood drawn by Prince. So Immortals in some trouble here for Kenvi. Now that they don't have their mid laner and he's low enough, you don't got the jungler healthy, you can't step up to the Drake. So Spica is able to finish it off to get the first one for FlyQuest, as they also continue with over 1,000 gold lead in their pockets. Later on, but I agree with you, Jat. It feels like there's moments where they're not quite in sync. Solo has to be a little tepid right now as Spica doesn't quite hit him with the root, but Solo's already marked down low impact, ready to swing away over the wall. Kazande is coming on into it. Solo still keeping himself in it. Has Kenvi here, but Kenvi is knocked up and blasted down. Impact providing that body block outside of this brush so that FlyQuest can continue on to the Rift Herald. And even with some of the downtown hits from Immortals, they managed to burn down Vulcan, who's now got his sights onto Solo. A double knock up, and in the center of it all, Solo has fallen. Kenvi, though, reaping back the kill onto the enemy support. Balulu goes over the wall to escape it, but FlyQuest coming out of this one in search of Kenvi deep into the enemy jungle, standing upon the wards of the enemy as well, and eventually has fallen, slaughtered. 1,000 assists off of this as well. 9th player of LCS of all time. I think when, pause on that thought as Solo's getting the brunt of the force of impact once more. Whew, another kill.
The only disappointing thing is from like a, as they're gonna get top turret here with the Rift Herald, from a raw entertainment perspective, like in the moment, it is
Walking around.
Yeah, New Daisy is really strong. They've really beefed her up. So FlyQuest is doing what they need to do, and Immortals really do need to find something.
And that's exactly what they're trying to do in this moment. They want to find the Rift Herald. Treats goes for the play onto Vikla, but he just ease on out of there. Balulu still going for the lockdown, but Impact is ready to collapse. One Emperor's Divide used, but the dash in from Vulcan. Vikla gets the kill onto Balulu. Tactical dishing out some damage, but with the front line eliminated for him, he can't get back into the fight. Treats completely separated. Even in Pharaoh Man C, just a done.
What was the 18 or 20-minute gold of that Cloud9 game, because this is 8.4K, 9K.
So, does FlyQuest make any breaking in towards the base at this point? They're gonna try to do so. Knockback of Treats, teleport coming on in for the assist for FlyQuest. Solo is already marked down low, and Impact is going for the kill. When you have most of your engage and disengage.
Celebrate their 3-0 week, move on to week 4. It is also crazy that we are halfway through
while also keeping our fundamentals in check. And if you adapt quickly, great. If not, that's 3 games a week going the other way. And Now things still going the way of FlyQuest, man. Still going their way for sure. When multiple members of Immortals, they take their kills, they take everything they've got, they're making that face at them with that 11K. Now all becomes much more dicey when you have a team like FlyQuest eating up all those losses early on, and then they start to get those wins. Because sometimes you have a split where, okay, there's one team that's clearly in the bottom. They're never going to be able to make that gap, but it's so tight when FlyQuest was at the bottom and they're looking like this, and you expect them to get more wins as they break right now at 22 minutes into this inhibitor and continue to reap their reward with this Baron buff. But yeah, that's when you start thinking, okay, we're at the bottom, and what work do we need to do to get into that top 8?
Yeah, Immortals will have a lot of thinking to do. I think they need a new approach to their draft for sure, but there's a lot in game as well. FlyQuest with the redemption just easily absorbing this, and they might be able to break all 3 inhibitors with the remainder of this Baron buff.
They're trying to do so, that's for sure. And even moments before that, members of Immortals wanting to secure some kind of pick onto FlyQuest. You saw Treats use that Magnet Storm previously, but FlyQuest can continue moving all the way across. Impact taking the brunt of the damage from Immortals. The Feather Storm from Tactical, slinging it back in for the kill, but FlyQuest have collapsed upon the rest. Charm and more onto Vikla, who goes into stasis, knocked up upon re-entry into this fight. 2 lives lost for FlyQuest, but 4 lost for Immortals, and they're walking it into the base.
Hey, I can respect it. Immortals got some.
Yeah.
That was the goal. They're trying desperately to keep those minion waves dead, but with Prince alive and 28 seconds on this Baron buff, I think this will do it.
I think you're right, Jet. I think you're right. FlyQuest make losses a thing of the past, ending week 3 of summer with a sweet, sweet 3-0 and sending Immortals to the bottom of the standings.
Some relief for FlyQuest after week 3.